ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished viewers and the guests that have joined this webinar, a warm welcome to this enlightening live session where we are about to embark on a journey of exploration into the world of quality education provided by Perm State Medical University, especially for Indian students. We are delighted to have you join us today for what promises to be an insightful and inspiring discussion. I am Dr. Dinesh Singla, your host for this session, and I consider it a privilege to guide you through this webinar. Our aim for this webinar should be to shed light on the exceptional educational programs or the opportunities that await Indian students at Perm State Medical University. And to do so, I have this distinct honor of being joined by the Deputy Dean of the University, Ms. Maria Alexandrovna. Ma'am, welcome to this live session.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here today. Thank you for invitation.
Thank you. Students, as we know, higher education is a transformative journey that transcends borders, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure that the students have access to that world-class education. Perm State Medical University has emerged as a symbol of excellence in providing quality education, thereby attracting students not only from India, but around the world. Today's live session will be a very important and a very special one. And the reason being, today the university will showcase what all features, what all facilities do they have, not only for good education, but for the complete adaptation of Indian students, providing them a multicultural learning environment and the unique advantages the university offers to Indian students who want to become great doctors. Ms. Maria Alexandrovna will share her invaluable insights into the university's vision, its approach on how they nurture the medical talent and the vibrant international community that thrives within its campus. I request all the students to actively engage and participate in this webinar. Let us make it a two-way communication where if you have any questions, any doubts, please use the comment section or use the question and answer section so that at the end of this webinar, we can clear all your doubts, clear all your questions, and after this webinar, you have complete knowledge about how to choose the best medical university in Russia. Please share this video with your friends, colleagues, if you think that they are also looking for MBBS admission. And this being the last time for admissions, the admission season is closing soon. This webinar becomes even more important. So without any further delay, let us embark on this enlightening journey into the world of Perm State Medical University and discover how Perm State Medical University is actually the best medical university of Russia for Indian students. So Ms. Maria Alexandrovna, I request you to please share your valuable insights with the students who are waiting eagerly to hear from you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And I hope today you will get rid of all your doubts and hesitations whether to enter Perm State Medical University or not. Just if you want to become a world-class doctor, sure, you should enter our university. As you see, the mission of our community is to make medical students world-class doctors who really save lives and make this world a healthier place. And now let me just give you a small shots of our university or our academic life, our city, and then if you have questions, it will be great and I will answer them with big pleasure. So you see the old building, historical building of our university in this slide, and our university is named after one of the greatest academicians, Wagner, and we are extremely proud of that. The history of Perm State Medical University is also very rich and long and full of different memorable events. And that building is just a symbol of its 1 century. So it's more than 100 years. And that's great. It's not going to decline, it's going to develop. And our university is evolving all the time. So, PERM, you hear Perm State Medical University, but at first, what is Perm? So, Perm is a city almost in the center of Russia, not so very far from Moscow, and you can just get here in a couple of hours from Moscow by plane. So we have lots of universities, but Perm State Medical University is one of the best and well known. In our university, curriculum and academic programs are available in 2 languages, in the Russian language and in English. We value and all the time we say about our highly experienced professors and our doctors who work both with clinical cases and they do science, they make different research and develop all the time to give only the best knowledge, the best experiences to our students. We have various areas of interest in science. So a number of researches made in our university is impressive. As for infrastructure, in our city, we have everything a person needs for a comfortable and great life, and a university campus is not an exception. Also, we have close tie-ups with the best universities in the world, so we have no limits in studies, and then you will have no boundaries in your future career. Perm today is a major administrative, industrial, and scientific center. It's rather big, more than 1 million citizens. We have a Perm's Federal Research Center that is a part of a big Russian Academy of Science. You can see some of the landscapes, some of the pictures of our city. Always, Perm attracts lots of foreign students, and they study in different directions, and the leading direction here is medicine, as you see in the bar chart. Generally, we have more than 3,500 foreign students in all universities. Geography and dynamics of students from all over the world is also impressive. So you see many countries and parents from all that countries trust us and trust the future career, future education of their children to our university. As for the educational programs, we have higher education, and in higher education, we offer several specialties: general medicine, dentistry, pediatrics, preventive medicine, and clinical psychology. Later, as soon as our students become graduates, we also have something to offer. We offer them residency, more than 50 programs, and postgraduate training. Faculties and equipment. So we have a contemporary approach to education, and our pride is our medical simulation center with wonderful training equipment, true to life, where our students can get all the necessary practice and feel real doctors. That is very important. So also in our city, we have a big federal center of cardiovascular surgery, Perm Regional Prenatal Center, Federal Accreditation Center. So lots of such kind of places of interest. As for the infrastructure of the university, we offer our students comfortable hostels, as you see in the slide, and academic buildings that are situated not far from each other in the center. Our students not only study, but also live in close collaboration and cultural communication. So if if you speak about some kind of lonely students, it's not about our students. Our students also always have lots of activities to take part in, and they're extremely talented, and we have diverse extracurricular activities. And you see in the photos, we are always all together celebrating something, developing something, designing, creating. So we develop not only doctors, but we develop successful people in all the spheres. Sports, extremely important part of our life, and annually we have different competitions and tournaments for our students. I believe I should mention our friendly atmosphere at the university, and the greatest contribution to that atmosphere is made by volunteers. So thanks to them, also all the students feel at home and can adapt easily in a new city, in a new process of studies. All our department of foreign students, all the members of our departments, we try to take care of every student, and we provide lots of different services for them, and lots of help and assistance, such as counseling, just to be somehow help with visa moments, with medical insurance, accommodation, and some kind of legal support. So that's the rector of our university, Professor Anna Sergeyevna Blagonravova. And so I see with our rector, we see in the future, and we want to develop, and we want to invite new people to join our big medical community, I would say even medical family. As you know, the abbreviation of our university is PSMU. You see, it's Perm State Medical University, but I would decipher it differently. P as professional, S as safe, M as modern, U as universal. And these four adjectives reflect mostly our work and your studies here. So that was my brief presentation of our university.
Thank you so much, Maria Alexandrovna. It was really wonderful presentation, and you covered almost all the aspects that are important for the students. But I have some questions that are coming to me by the students or who have asked it in the earlier times. Number one, when a student wants to choose a medical university in abroad outside of India, they have to follow some guidelines by National Medical Commission, which is the governing body for medical admissions in India. So as per their guidelines, what is the duration of the course for MBBS or the general medicine which the university is providing, the duration of the course?
Duration. So we have two, for example, two most popular among our students, foreign students, direction is general medicine and dentistry. As for general medicine, the duration of studies is 6 years. And as for dentistry, students study 5 years. But as soon as they all graduate, we recommend them to continue studies in residency as well. There are 2 more years.
Okay, so I think as per the National Medical Commission regulation, the duration should be 5.5 years or more. So the university fulfills that regulation which has been prescribed by NMC in India. Second regulation says that the complete course should be in English language. So does Perm State Medical University provide the complete course in English language?
Absolutely. Our professors, our teachers are very competent in the language. So all the disciplines are provided in the English language exclusively. And also they use authentic materials, and just no language barrier in this university at all.
Okay. And one more important regulation is that after completion of their degree in Russian university, students now have to get the license to practice in Russia. So are the students eligible to appear for that license examination in Russia?
License examination, do you mean accreditation
Yes,
examination?
yes, yes. So students
Yes.
can appear for that exam, right?
Yes, sure, sure. It is provided also in the English language, so they can do it.
Okay. So I think that makes the degrees valid in India. Now, there are many concerns. I think you must be aware that parents have some concerns for the students, and the number one concern is the safety of children. So how safe is your university hostels, when it comes to the Indian students? So are your buildings safe? What facilities do you have that ensure the safety of the students in your university?
So our university, I would say, really a safe place for students, as well as for teachers, and as well as for all other people, as well as our city. So we have just lots of experience of working with foreigners, and somehow we can easily solve some problems or even predict some possible moments, and we do it. So we have safety regulations in hostels and dormitories. We control all the people who enter the buildings all the time. So every student has an ID card, and when he comes, he is supposed to demonstrate that with his photo. It's a kind of personal identification. Also, we have lots of volunteers and tutors who work with the students and who can monitor the atmosphere in the group, atmosphere in the course. And in case we see some signals, we just try to react to them, but it doesn't happen. So also lots of collaborative events where all the people, all the students and cultures gather together. They are also aimed at making surrounding safe, and just we all strive for the best, for the peace, and for good atmosphere conducive to learning. And one more thing that I would say, that when a person is occupied with lots of things, he has no time to think of some risky things and bad things, and our students are always have lots to do, so they have no time for such kind of things. And we feel safe, our students feel safe, and just no worries about that.
Okay, that's really great. See, when it comes to again parents, especially for the mothers, the main concern is how the student will have food. So how will they eat? It's a completely new place, new cuisine. So do you have any arrangement where students can have Indian food, or do you have any arrangements inside the hostels? So can you just tell me about that?
Yeah, right, sure. So as for a balanced diet, we observe it. Students do have a balanced diet, and they have a special like a cafe in the hostel where they live, and the food is prepared in a wonderful way, as it is a very healthy, and it is just so students are used to such kind of food. So it is Indian. It's not something unusual that they can't eat, they don't like. No, all the products they like, and it is all combined well. Also, in academic buildings, when they go to their classes, they also have some buffets there where they can buy something to some snacks or fruit. They eat well.
Okay,
They
so
eat well to study well.
so you have the Indian cafe in the hostels, and also they have options for fast food in the university canteens, right?
I would say it's not harmful fast food. It's just a healthy snack.
Okay,
A
healthy
healthy
snacks.
snacks.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, okay. And Maria Alexandrovna, see, when it comes to, I'm talking about the general overview. Students think that they don't get enough practical exposure when they are studying in a Russian university. So how do you ensure that students get practical exposure right from the first year, starting from anatomy, physiology, and then going on to their clinical subjects when they study medicine or surgery. So what kind of practical exposure does Perm State Medical University offers to the students?
Yeah. Thanks to our academic program, students have lots of practice from the very first year. So they start as soon as they get some knowledge enough to start to start their practice. They started. So in the very first year, they go to hospitals, they go to clinics, they try to communicate with patients just in different levels. At first they just get some information about them, then they practice and do some procedures that they are available to do, and every year and the amount of practice is increasing, and students have a good experience as soon as they graduate. Also, we have a big simulation center, as I have already said, and there are also lots of options to feel a real doctor and to try and to gain this experience, to gain this knowledge. And I believe the main thing is that to fight the fear of the first patient, the fear of the first communication and some procedures, manipulations. So we work on that moment as well. And I should say that our patients love students who come for practice, as all the features they value is their attention, their pure interest, and their desire to help. So it's a both useful process in both sides, both for students as well as for patients.
Okay, so you mean to say that students are getting enough practical exposure in their preclinical subjects and their clinical subjects. And Maria Alexandrovna, I have heard that Perm State Medical University has agreements with Indian hospitals for the summer practical training. Can you tell me something about that?
It's possible. We do have such kind of agreements, and some students stay here up to their desire. They wish they have their practice in Perm. If we speak about summer, that is a longer period. Some of them go to hospitals in India, and they also have a list of tasks that they must perform and do during that period. Our professors check and correct the diaries from their practice that they make there. So it's not a kind of a free time for them. No, it's also a part of our standard academic process, but on another basis, on the basis of another country, which is closer to them and more understandable to them. So we provide every student with enough hours of practice, no matter in Perm or in India, but still everyone has lots of training, practical training.
Oh, that's great. And Maria Alexandrovna, I see personally, if I would place myself on the student's place, so a student who is going to a new country, a student who is going to a new city, which he has never seen in any movies or in any films or anywhere in the television. He does not understand what kind of city is. So how do you help the student adapt to Russian, you say Russian culture or your city, or like take him around? So what kind of methods do you have in place for this kind of adaptation of a student to a new place?
Thank you. So I just say that we adapt our students mildly. There is no such the first frightening day when they come to studies and don't understand anything and still should do something. No, we do it in a very mild kind of way. So first we have lots of communications with our students. We speak about everything in different circumstances. We can talk to them at university building, in the dean's office, or even in their hostel. So we should find the atmosphere conducive to trust, and then we can exchange our experiences. We can share some where to go, not only city, even our home cry that is rather big, where to go, what to see. Also, we support almost all the initiatives of our students. If they want to play a kind of game, maybe cricket, somewhere in the park, we try to provide this opportunity. If we see that it's it is wonderful to go to the theater, so we'll try to support this initiative and students go to the theater. Also, we have lots of museums where we really guide students to go. So they are not alone here without no idea what to see, where to go. There is always a tutor with them. We are always open for communication. And so I personally, I see no problems with adaptation as all the students are somehow controlled and they feel safe because they know to whom they might apply with all their problems and hesitations, and we try to react all the time. For example, I've already said about cricket. Yeah, that was the initiative of our students. They said they were used to playing cricket in their motherland. That was their sport, that was their life, and we organized a big tournament for them to feel good. Also, we celebrate Indian festivals. We try to somehow serve the calendar of festive calendar, yeah, the calendar of holidays, and to have something maybe not in such a big scale in Russia, but still we respect all these events and students feel the charm. And for example, when I enter the hostel of Indian students, I feel as if I'm in India, not in Perm. So authentic it is already.
Okay, so this was my next question. You see, India is also known as the land of festivals, and right now it is our festive season. We have a lot of festivals in this 1 month, like starting from the last Sunday, and it will go till the end of November. So we will have a lot of festivals during this time, and this is the time when students have to travel from India to Russia. So at this point of time, you see, festivals, they are a family occasion, so students altogether miss their families a bit more, and they feel homesick, they want to go back and celebrate these festivals with the families. So this was my first next question. So are you organizing these festivals maybe on any scale inside the hostels or in your university? And do the students of your university, the Russian students, or from the other countries that you showed that you have students from many other countries, do they also participate in these festivals? Or you being the deputy dean or the university administration, do you also take part in these festivals?
Exactly, I do. Sure, I participate, and with great pleasure, I do all the things like that. As our communication is also in two ways. As students teach us their culture, their traditions, and their values, we teach them ours. And all Indian holidays that we celebrate here, and we celebrate, I would highlight a lot, a lot. They are very atmospheric, they are very bright and memorable. As I should say that our volunteers who help us doing this just professional, if I can say this word about volunteer, but still they do it well. They cope with that things wonderfully. And all the students, they support all the initiatives of that kind. For example, on Monday and on Tuesday, we also have big festivals, and not only me as a deputy dean is going to participate, dean as well and the head of the department is going to participate, as it would be impossible for us to miss such kind of event. So on that side, students will feel just like at home.
Maria Alexandrovna, we have many students who are currently watching this video or who might in future watch this video. So when we hear about Russia, we the one thing that comes to the mind is the cold climate. So for all the students who have not yet traveled to Russia, like please, can you just tell them or assure them that all the things that are required to survive in the cold climate are there, number one. And number two, Russia is not cold for the whole 12 months. So can you just tell us more about the climatic conditions and what all facilities you have to cope up with these climatic conditions?
Okay, yeah, there is such kind of thing as cold climate that sometimes sounds even like a prejudice. In fact, we have all the seasons during the year. And let's start with summer. Our summer is rather hot. I should say these years, the temperature is very hot, and even Indian students feel hot. They say that, oh, we haven't expected that kind of high temperature and such kind of weather. So, summer is rather long and hot. As we speak about autumn and spring, in these seasons, the weather is changeable, but there is no such kind of a sharp change that we have plus 20 and then we have minus 20. No, the weather is rather mild. And in autumn, sure, we have more rains, and but at the same time, we have wonderful weather. In Russia, you see nature, oh no, weather, nature. You see, nature is beautiful. And in autumn, for example, all the trees and bushes become yellow, orange, and red. And when you see such kind of beauty, you just don't mention that rain that is drizzling somewhere. Then after autumn, we go to winter, and winter is in Russia, it's also a very festive season. And from the very first winter day, we start getting ready to New Year. And New Year temperature is rather low, but it is not so cold as it seems. So it is freezing, but if you have a good coat, you feel good. As we say that the weather may be cold, but our smiles, Russian people, are very warm. So you won't be cold. And winter is, as far as I speak to Indian students, very many of them enjoy winter, as it is something unusual, as there is lots of snow, there are lots of sports, winter sports such as skiing, skating, and when you are active, you don't feel cold, you feel energy. That's why I would say winter is the time of energy. And if you are active and if you drink hot tea, so you feel good. And after winter becomes spring and the weather awakens, we see lots of flowers and the sun is shining brighter, and then comes summer again. So I hope I just somehow broke this prejudice about cold winter Russian weather. No, it's changeable, but to me, these changes make it unique. That in here in Russia and here in Perm, you can see all kinds of weather and see nature in all its beauty.
Maria Alexandrovna, there is one more question when it usually for the parents that the students, when they complete their degree and they have to come back to India, they have to appear for a licensing examination in India, which is known as FMGE. Do you have any special steps that you take to prepare the students for this Indian exam?
Yeah. We always take into consideration the standard of FMGE, and we try to add these clinical tasks, clinical cases, and skills and knowledge required for that exam in our basic academic program. All our teachers have these materials, and they are like orienteers for them, what to add and what format of tasks should be familiar to students as well as their graduates. Most attention we just give to our fifth year and sixth year students, to our graduates, as these 2 years mostly we try to practice FMG as well.
That's great. And my final question to you, students have to spend 6 years of their life when they come to Russia for their MBBS. So apart from good education, they should have comfortable hostels to live in. So what kind of hostels do you provide? What facilities do you have in the hostels that make the hostels comfortable for Indian students to stay there?
So in our hostels, Indian students have all the necessary things and even more for a comfortable living and for their convenience. They have lots of options how they prefer to live. Um, Also, as we already mentioned, they have a cafe just in a hostel, so it's very comfortable to eat at the same place. They have some recreation areas where they can talk to each other, where they sometimes have some meetings. And these hostels are situated in the center of the city, just in a 2 minute distance. There is a park, there is the river, and lots of other city attractions, and they can get to academic buildings just on foot in 5 minutes. And as for hostel, I would say that it is for sure, as we said, safe. It is comfortable. It has a reasonable price, and I should say it's like home for students, because I say it's small India. When you enter that building, you have no hesitation where you are.
Yep, I think that is a very bold and a generous statement from your side, that the hostels are just like mini India. So students feel just like home away from home when they are living in the hostels of Perm State Medical University. Thank you so much, Miss Maria Alexandrovna. It was nice talking to you, and thank you so much for your time, for the insights that you have shared. Um, Maria Alexandrovna, your last words for the students, those who are still looking to get admission in MBBS in Russia.
So just one more time, I should say that I perfectly understand that all the importance of the moment that students have in their life, and all the importance of that choice that they are supposed to make together with their parents. And I just want to warn them to think hard and to think one more time where to go and to whom they can really trust the education, career, and life of their children. And Perm State Medical University is a trustworthy place, and we are always happy to see new members of our medical community, and um, we are always looking for bright Indian students, and mostly you are of that kind. And you're welcome if you make choice and if you choose our university. We won't make you disappointed. So
Thank you so much.
yes, we have some partners who may help you to submit all the necessary documents, to make all the procedures, and thanks to them as well.
Thank you so much, Maria Alexandrovna. Now we come to the end of this live session. And again, my heartfelt thanks to the Deputy Dean of Perm State Medical University, Ms. Maria Alexandrovna, for joining us today and sharing her invaluable insights. Ma'am, your presence has illuminated our understanding of the exceptional opportunities that Perm State Medical University provides, and the Indian students can feel like a home away from home while they are studying at your institution. I also wish to thank the complete administration of Perm State Medical University for their commitment to provide not only the quality education, but excellent living conditions, not only to the students of India, but to all the students studying at your university. Your dedication is commendable. And to all the viewers who are watching this video, thank you for being a part of this session, and thank you for sending in your questions. And I hope we were able to answer all your questions and clear all your doubts. Before we say or we bid farewell to you, I would like to make a small request. If you found this session valuable, informative, and you think it can benefit anybody in your network, maybe your friends, your classmates, your colleagues, or your relatives, please share this video so that they can make their choice for studying MBBS in the best university of Russia for Indian students. And if you have already not subscribed to our channel, please do so. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get the notification for our future webinars, live sessions, and more information about the universities in Russia, specifically Perm State Medical University. So again, I would like to thank all the students who are currently studying in Perm State Medical University, the administration of the university, and the parents who make that choice of sending their students to Russia, specifically to Perm. Thank you all for joining us today. We wish you success, fulfillment, and a brilliant future in the field of medicine. Goodbye. Take care. Jai Hind. Jai Rus.
Goodbye. Bye. Thank you.